Okay, so today's topic is heat transfer. So can you tell me what is heat? Can you tell me what is heat? Write it down. Heat is a form of energy that flows. Heat is a form of energy that flows from one object to another. Heat is a form of energy that flows one object to another. Heat is a form of energy that flows from one object to another. লিখেছো? That flows from one object to another. If there exists a temperature difference between them. If there exists a temperature difference between them. Heat is a form of energy that flows from one object to another. If there exists a temperature difference between them. If there exists a temperature difference between them. Full stop. এবার লেখো heat flows from higher temperature to lower temperature. 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 Heat flows from higher temperature to lower temperature when there exists a contact. When there exists a contact. When there exists a contact. ঠিক আছে, এবার লেখো metals are good conductors of heat. Metals are good conductor of heat. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Insulators are bad conductor of heat. Insulators are bad conductor of heat. Insulator লেখো, নানা রকম ইনসুলেটর হতে পারে. Obviously insulators are non-metals. Insulators are bad conductor of heat. Insulators are bad conductor of heat. And electricity. Insulators are bad conductor of heat and electricity. এবার লেখো heat transfer. Heat transfer. Heat transfer. There are three modes of heat transfer. There are three modes of heat transfer. there are three modes of heat transfer. Number one, conduction. Number one, conduction. Number two, convection. Number two, convection. And number three, radiation. Number three, radiation. Number one, conduction. Number two, convection. Number three, radiation. In case of conduction, a 100 degrees Celsius মানে হচ্ছে boiling water. আর 0 degrees Celsius means ice. Okay. And it is metal rod. হ্যাঁ, এই কন্ডাকশন টপিকটা দাও, টপিক দাও কন্ডাকশন, কন্ডাকশন অফ হিট। এই ডায়াগ্রামটা ড্র করো। In case of conduction, heat flows from higher to lower temperature through a conducting rod, through a conducting material. In case of conduction, heat flows from higher to lower temperature through a conductor. Higher to lower temperature through a conductor. ঠিক আছে, through a conductor. কেমন দেখবে যে এটা যে এই যে হিটটা ফ্লো হচ্ছে তুমি বুঝবে কি করে? হিট ফ্লো হচ্ছে তুমি বুঝবে কি করে? এটা বুঝবার একটা সহজ উপায় আছে। সাপোজ উই আর হ্যাভিং সে আ মেটাল স্কেল। তোমাদের কাছে মেটাল স্কেল থাকে? সাপোজ উই আর হ্যাভিং এ মেটাল স্কেল। এবার আমি কি করলাম, আমি একটা মোমবাতি জ্বালালাম। মোমবাতি জ্বালালে কি হবে? সেখানে ওয়্যাক্সটা মেল্ট করছে, রাইট? এবার এই ওয়্যাক্সটা মেল্ট করলে আমি কি করছি, সাপোজ উই আর হ্যাভিং সাম বোর্ড পিন, plastic board pin, and gradually we are connecting those board pin with this metal scale, with the help of molten wax. কি করলাম, ওয়্যাক্স এর মধ্যে ডুবিয়ে মেটাল স্কেলের উপর দিয়ে দিলাম। তাহলে কি হবে? It will be solidified and will get stick to the metal scale. Okay. Now what we can do? We can heat one end. মানে যে মোমবাতিটা জ্বলছে, at one end of the scale we are hitting one end of the scale with the help of যে কোনো একটা বার্নার নিলাম, বুনসেন বার্নার, বা মোমবাতি, হুম, তো এই মোমবাতি জ্বালালে কি হবে, এটা নোংরা হয়ে যাবে, কারণ ওই এটা বেরোয় তো, যেমন কার্বনের যে ওই এটা হয়, মোমবাতি জ্বালালে একটা কার্বনের একটা ওঠে না, ব্ল্যাকিশ একটা ওঠে, তো সেটাতে নোংরা হয়ে যেতে পারে, সেই জন্য বুনসেন বার্নার বা গ্যাস বার্নার হলে আমাদের একটু হেল্প হবে। যাই হোক, তো if we heat one end, then what happens? Gradually, both pin number 1, 2, and 3 respectively, they will fall. First number 1 will fall, then number 2, and then number 3. কেন? Because temperature is increasing gradually. There is heat transfer, isn't it so? We are heating one end, and gradually that heat flows from point 1 to point 2 to point 3. And if heat flows, what will happen? The solidified, the solidified wax, solidified wax will melt down. Solidified wax will melt down, and as a result, first number 1 board pin will fall, then number 2 board pin will fall, and then number 3 board pin will fall. That means it is flowing from point 1 to point 3 via point 2. Are you getting my point? Since there is a flow of heat, temperature of point 1, point 2, and point 3, they are gradually increasing. And as a result, the molten wax, as a result, the solidified wax will gradually melt it, first at point 1, then at point 2, and then at point 3. And as a result, each board pin will gradually, one after another, fall. First 1, then 2, and then 3. So it is called heat conduction. For heat conduction, you need a medium. For heat conduction, you need a medium. But for heat conduction, there is no motion of the particles in the medium. During heat conduction, heat flows from one point to another, but no motion of the particles in the medium. That means molecules of the metal is not going from one point to another, right? During heat conduction, heat is conducted. Heat flows from one point to another, but there is no flow of molecules, right? There is no motion of molecules from higher to lower temperatures. Only heat flows, but not the particles. Okay? But in case of convection, during heat flow, both heat and particles move from one point to another. During convection, what happens? During convection, what is convection? মাইক্রোওয়েভে একটা কনভেকশন মোড থাকে, জানো? মাইক্রোওয়েভ দেখেছো কনভেকশন মোড থাকে? Have you noticed? There exists a convection mode in a microwave. দেখনি কেউ দেখনি? দেখেছো? তো এই কনভেকশন মোডের রোল কি? It actually sends hot air flows from one point to another. It is basically convection. So what is convection current? What is convection current? Hot air flows from one point to another. এক সেকেন্ড দাঁড়াও তো। তাহলে কি বললাম? কনভেকশন। কনভেকশনে কি হবে?
Sir, hot air flows from one
Hot
point to another.
air flows from one point to another to transfer heat. To transfer heat. বুঝতে পারছো কি বলতে চাইছি? যেমন ধরো তোমাকে যদি তোমার এয়ার ড্রায়ার, হ্যাঁ বুঝতে পারছো কি বলছো? হেয়ার ড্রায়ারে আমরা কি করি? হেয়ার ড্রায়ারে দিয়ে আমরা চুল শুকাই। কেমন ভাবে শুকাই? চুল শুকাই কেমন করে? There is
Sir,
inside
people level থাকে।
hair dryer there is a heating coil. And what else? There is also a fan. There is also a fan. So what is the role of the fan? Fan sends air, and that air becomes hot, and that hot air transfer heat to your hair. Are you getting my point? So when hot air is transferring heat from one point to another, it is called convection. It is called convection. So in case of convection, material is flowing from one point to another. Particles are flowing from one point to another. Air is flowing from one point to another. Air means material. Material is flowing. Suppose when water is boiling, what happens? When water is boiling, what happens?
Sir, steam by evaporation.
একটু খেয়াল করে দেখো, যখন তোমার ওয়াটার বয়েল করে তখন কি হয়? এই যে নিচের যে water molecules at the lower level moves upward, right? And water molecules at the upper level moves downward. So in this case, there is flow of water. In this case, there is flow of water during heat transfer.
স্যার এটার কোনো পার্টিকুলার প্রসেসের নাম আছে?
না, কনভেকশন মানে হচ্ছে একটা ফ্লো অফ ম্যাটার থাকে। সেটা এয়ার হতে পারে, লিকুইড হতে পারে, কিন্তু একটা ফ্লো অফ ম্যাটার। বুঝতে পারলেন? এবার ফ্লো অফ ম্যাটার কিসে হয়? ফ্লুইডে হয়। And fluid means either it is gas or liquid. So convection current is possible only in case of liquid or gas. বুঝতে পেরেছো? মাঝে মাঝে দেখবে যে ডিউরিং সামার বলে না যে হিট ওয়েভ বেরিয়েছে, বলে না যে ফ্রম বিহার, উত্তর প্রদেশ heat wave is coming, means convection current is flowing. There is a current of hot air which is coming from Bihar, Uttar Pradesh to West Bengal. So that is basically convection current. Even during winter, they uh, cold wave propagates, cold wave. But please remember, there is nothing called cold. Cold is not a physical quantity. Heat is a physical quantity. Heat is a physical quantity. Cold is not a physical quantity. Suppose you are inside this room, AC is on, and if you open the door of this room, then what you will say? Cold is moving out. No, it is not true. Heat is coming. Heat is coming inside the room. If I say cold is going out of the room, it is not correct. Correct statement will be heat is coming inside. During winter, if you open the window, what will you say? Cold is coming from outside. Close the door. Close the window. It is not true. Heat is going out of the room since inside room temperature is higher. বুঝতে পারছো কি বলছো? তাহলে ঠান্ডার সময় ঘরের মধ্যে থেকে হিট বাইরে যায়, গরমের সময় কি হয়? বাইরে থেকে হিট ভেতরে ঢোকে। ফলো করতে পারছো কি বলছো? There is no physical quantity called cold. There is no physical quantity called cold. Next, radiation. Thermal radiation. Thermal radiation. Thermal radiation. Thermal radiation.
স্যার রেডিয়েশন কি শুধু থার্মালি হয়?
না, থার্মাল রেডিয়েশন আরো অনেক রকম হয়। এটা থার্মাল রেডিয়েশন। লেখো, হিট ইজ হিট ইজ an electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave. Electromagnetic wave. It is electromagnetic wave. Heat energy can travel without medium, without any medium. For example, heat energy can reach Earth from sun. Heat energy can reach Earth from sun. Heat is an electromagnetic wave. Heat energy can travel without medium. For example, heat energy can reach Earth from sun. Heat energy can reach Earth from sun.
Sir,
Sir,
the heat does not requires any medium, এটা যে তুমি বলছো স্যার, এটা তো শুধু রেডিয়েশনের জন্যই অ্যাপ্লিকেবল না?
এটা শুধু রেডিয়েশনের জন্য অ্যাপ্লিকেবল। হ্যাঁ, এটা শুধু রেডিয়েশনের জন্য অ্যাপ্লিকেবল। এর বাকি যে দুটো মোড তার জন্য তো মেটেরিয়াল লাগবে।
হ্যাঁ
বাকি
স্যার।
যে দুটো মোড বললাম, কন্ডাকশন, কনভেকশন, তার জন্য মেটেরিয়াল লাগবে। কিন্তু রেডিয়েশনের জন্য কোনো মেটেরিয়াল লাগবে না। কেন? কারণ হিটের মধ্যে ইলেকট্রোম্যাগনেটিক ওয়েভের ক্যারেক্টার আছে। ইলেকট্রোম্যাগনেটিক ওয়েভের জন্য মেটেরিয়াল মিডিয়াম লাগে না।
স্যার,
বলো।
স্যার আমি যে ক্লাসে শুইতে বললাম না, যে আমি ক্লাসের শেষে হচ্ছে কি একটা এমনি ইলেকট্রিসিটির উপর একটা এমনি, মানে ওই পিএইচডি থেকে না, এমনি ঘর থেকে একটা জিনিস করেছি, ওটা প্র্যাকটিক্যালি দেখাতে পারি?
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে, দেখি। আচ্ছা,
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
now a question. Suppose fridge, inside your fridge, you kept two small blocks, one metal and one wooden. Suppose inside your fridge, you kept two small blocks, one metal and one made of wood. For a few days. For a few days. You take them out. You take them out. You take them out. Which one will feel more colder? Which one will feel more colder?
Sir, the metal one.
Explain why. Explain why.
Sir, because metal can conduct heat, whereas insulators like wood cannot conduct heat that much well, like conductor.
Will they have equal temperature? Will they have equal temperature? You take them out. Which one will be felt more colder, and will they have equal temperature? Explain. এটা করো, হ্যাঁ, আমি আসছি।
হ্যালো। হ্যালো।
হ্যালো স্যার এখন নেই।
হ্যালো।
হুম,
স্যার কি মানে কোনো কাজে এমনি নাই এখন স্যার?
না স্যার এখন নেই।
ও, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে। বাবু, হর্ষিতা তোর এরোটা আছে।
জানি মুছছিলাম।
আচ্ছা আগে আমাকে বলো যে do they have same temperature? What about their temperature? Metal and wood?
স্যার মেটালের টেম্পারেচার বেশি মানে হিট
Temperatures are equal, unequal.
Equal.
Acha, please understand they are having equal temperature. They are having equal temperature. But feeling is different. Though they are having equal temperature, but feeling is different. Why? Because metals are very good conductor. So metal to our body rate of heat transfer is larger than wood to our body. বুঝতে পারছেন?
পয়েন্ট
হুম?
অ্যাড করতে পারি?
তার মানে দুজনের টেম্পারেচার কি? দুজনের টেম্পারেচার ইকুয়াল, রাইট? বাট the way you will feel is metal is having lesser temperature than wood. You'll feel like it. But that feeling is not correct. Why you are feeling like this? Because metals are very good conductor of heat. And when you touch the metal from your body, heat will get transferred to the metal very rapidly. And as a result, you will feel like metal is having lesser temperature. But for wood, since it is not a very good conductor, rate of heat flow from your body to wood will be less. And you will feel like wood is having higher temperature. Wood is having higher temperature. Right? But this feeling is misleading. This feeling is misleading. For example, if you work in a room where a furnace is there, maybe suppose you are working inside your kitchen, where say 2 or 3 ovens are on, and inside your kitchen you are feeling very hot. But if you just return back to your normal room, you will feel like, okay, here the temperature is comfortable, right? And suppose you are staying in an AC room, right? And from that AC room, if you move to the normal room, you will feel like hot. Isn't it so? If you come from a hot room to the normal room, you will feel like cold. And if you move from AC room to normal room, you will feel hot. But normal room is normal for all, right? Normal room is having certain temperature, but you will feel different temperature if you come from a hotter room or from a colder room. Your feeling will be different. Though you are in the same room, that is the normal room. Say that room is having temperature 25 degrees Celsius. But if you move from a room where temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, you will feel 25 degrees Celsius is very comfortable. But if you are initially at a room at 10 degrees Celsius, then if you move to the 25 degrees Celsius room, you will feel hotter. Though temperature of the room is 25 degrees Celsius, it is a fixed temperature. So feeling is misleading. By feeling, you cannot measure temperature. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And that is why metal feels colder and wood feels hotter, though they are having same temperature. Because of heat transfer. Because of heat transfer. If you touch a metal, heat can transfer at a higher rate. And if you touch a wood, heat will transfer at a lower rate. Lower rate means you will feel hot. And if it transfers at a higher rate, you will feel cold. Are you getting my point? That is the thing. Achha. Again, in geography, you learned there are different air current. Isn't it so? Have you learned in geography? There are different air current during summer days, during winter days, during daytime, during night time. Sea breeze. At the night time, there is a flow of sea breeze. And also in different seasons, there are different air flows are there. Like monsoon. What is monsoon? It is basically some airflow. During monsoon, so monsoon is basically some airflow. That airflow is carrying water vapor to our locality, to our country. Isn't it so? So it is basically carrying lots of air vapor from lots of water vapor from sea, Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean. They're carrying lots of water vapor, and that causes rainfall. And what about during winter time? Very cold air from Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan coming to India, and that makes the entire region very cold. They're all basically convection current. They're all basically convection current. বুঝতে পারছো কি বলছি?
The cold wind and the wind that carries water vapor are convection current.
Convection current, হ্যাঁ।
Sir,
আচ্ছা যাই হোক, শোনো আজকে আমার একটু তাড়া আছে, আমি তোদের একটু তাড়াতাড়ি ছেড়ে দিচ্ছি, হ্যাঁ? তোমরা একটু পড়ে নাও, আবার নেক্সট উইকে আমরা ক্যারি অন করব।
স্যার একটা লাস্ট একটা পয়েন্ট অ্যাড করতে চেয়েছি। স্যার